the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to Dustin? Yeah, later. White paint on my toes. When I seen that new bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no, no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth. Man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans.
Houston is lined up for the kickoff. Number 10, back return.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from Heinz Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Alert three. Hey, 4-1.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up. Flex round. Hey, check right. Watch it, 5. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
You can't block me.
Now Dobbs. And he finds McDonald. A good pickup there at 22.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
Quarter. 5 down. Stand up.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Down. Blue 80.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really great play defensively. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black 22! Black 22!
From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Pittsburgh's offense taking the field again, and it's a 3-game win streak right now for the Steelers. So after the rough start, Charles, they're 4-2-1, and Ben Roethlisberger passed Fran Tarkenton for 8th on the all-time passing list in touchdowns.
343, and when you're passing Fran Tarkenton, you know you're having a heck of a career. He found Antonio Brown twice, so their connection back and established. And how about running back James Conner? Le'Veon Bell still not on the team, but James Conner, 146 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. He's playing at an elite level.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Here we go.
First opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Show that bench release and go.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Double bump. Ready? Block 80!
Whip, 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 whip.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Joshua Dobbs scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, look at Jude. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Possession of the ball going back over to Houston, and this is a Texans team that, remember, they started 0-3, but they've won 5 in a row. They look so good dismantling Miami last Thursday. So, I mean, what's the ceiling for this team at this point?
Playoffs. It's got to be playoffs because they've got a chance to get back to where they were before, which is AFC South champs. They're getting their defense back. J.J. Watt back to being his dominant self. Deshaun Watson getting better and better each and every week. We're watching this team grow, and in a division that's struggling, they can emerge and be that team. And when you have a guy like Watson in the playoffs and Watt rushing the passer with Jadeveon Clowney, you've got a team that can be dangerous.
For a second, I thought I was in the booth with Jim Moore. For a second.
Big Jim.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Black 22! Black 22! Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
A first down carry now for Miller. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Okay, back. Sponge. No.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Richmond.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Tiger.
Mike's 50.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, Charles, it's hard to believe we're already at the halfway point of the season. Less than 100 days now until Super Bowl 53. Right now, Chiefs-Rams, they appear to be so good. But give me one other contender in each conference that could press them.
Well, let's start in the AFC. If you're going to give me a strong contender or have me pick a strong contender, you never take New England out of it. And don't forget, New England has the victory over Kansas City, albeit at home in New England. But still, Tom Brady and the Patriots, never count them out. If you want to pick a dark horse team out of the AFC, how about the Los Angeles Chargers? Philip Rivers and crew throwing it around. They'll get Joey Bosa back a little bit later in the season to help provide better pass rush. If that happens, they can compete with anyone. If I flip it over to the NFC side, New Orleans right now looks like a very strong contender, playing very well on defense, and Drew Brees is flinging it like crazy, and Alvin Kamara running it and catching it. But how about this for a dark horse?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Kings.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Two jet, two jet. Two jet, two jet.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
On first and 10, Watson. Left side, Hopkins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 7.
We got 4. We got 4. No, no, no. Off.
Black 99 Philly. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Mike's 50.
Here's Watson. Five yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal.
Everyone's got 4.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
All day. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Now Watson on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Demaryius Thomas, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. The D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down.
Yeah, he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
To throw is down. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's third and goal now, back at the 11.
Four down, check.
Ohio. Ohio. Mike.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
Come back.
We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Tiger. Come back.
To throw on second is Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Looking deep for Demarius. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
4 down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Let's see, do you allow me to switch topics here for a second?
By all means.
Thank you. The Saints have won 6 in a row, and they've been a team that we've talked about a lot in recent weeks. This coming week, though, they play the undefeated Rams. That is going to be a blockbuster matchup.
Man, they get them at home. They get them in the dome, so that's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch. They are a true contender to the Rams right now, okay? Let's face it, the Rams are undefeated, taking on everyone, high-flying offense, defense with a guy named Aaron Donald that can wreck you from inside. But the Saints are contenders because their run defense is pretty darn stout. Cam Jordan, their defensive end, never gets enough attention or recognition. And now they're unleashing the rookie Marcus Davenport off the edge at quarterbacks. He's playing better and better every week. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun. Drew Brees taking on the young quarterback Jared Goff. I think we've got a blast on our hands. And how about the running back battle? Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram from New Orleans, Todd Gurley for the Rams.
With a give to Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going deep, and this is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 37 yards, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, just taking a glance real quick at next week's games in the NFL. You know, Chiefs at Browns, that's kind of intriguing. Obviously, the Browns are struggling, Charles, but Mayfield and Mahomes, that's going to be a fun quarterback battle.
It's going to be a blast, isn't it? Maybe they can recreate their day when they played against each other in college, when Mayfield had transferred from Texas Tech to Oklahoma. Mahomes is now the starting quarterback.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
3 down. Richmond.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So we got to kind of downfocus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll run. It's Miller. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's going to roll. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Reset. Come back.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Richmond. Mike 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Who ready? Mike's 50. Come back.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now, look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now down. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald from 6 yards away. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
All right, let's go get it now, all right?
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Come back, come back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Come back, come back.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores. They've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there, as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Watson looks to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. You don't know no better. 51's the mic. Richmond, Richmond. 51's the mic.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. That is caught at the 7. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Black 99, feel it. Tight on the right. You got 3 down.
Again, it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Tight end to the left, tight end left.
To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. sack back around the 8. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Side! 180! Check, 55!
They'll pitch it out to Bell, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Roethlisberger will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey!
Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Focus.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 50. Double bump. You good? You coming across?
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all of these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Squirrel! Jack 16. Let him know, let him know. Mike 5-5. Snickers, you got to spin. Got to go. All day.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now Roethlisberger. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hey, set! Blue 30!
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
Set! Blue 30.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Boswell on now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Richmond.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. It turned into a really nice play.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Richmond. 4 down.
Hey, motion back.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 4. Come back. Trip. Tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up. Or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you. Right now on you.